Hello everyone and welcome back to Star Trek Online. Let's continue with the story.
This is Captain Kumarke of the LSS Riskava. My research group is under attack in the Andoria system. We believe the attackers are allied with House Mokai in service to Matriarch Ja'ula. Their flagship is using some kind of super weapon. We've lost 3 ships to it already. To all vessels within range, please. We require immediate assistance. We can't last much longer against...
Well, let's go. Kumarke needs our help. That's not where Starbase K-13 is supposed to be.
Oh, thank you for coming, my friend. Things were looking quite grim before your arrival. The Mokai vessels attacked without warning. Be mindful of their flagship. It has a super weapon of unknown origin, and it is devastating.
Bold of them to attack Andoria, in the heart of the Federation.
Indeed. We'll need to act fast if we're going to save Andoria.
Very well. What can you tell us about the Raiders?
The Mokai ships are old, but they've been retrofitted with modern technology. Matriarch Ja'ula has been busy since her arrival from the 23rd century. Look, this cowardly attack took us by surprise. We need to deal with these raiders before that super weapon gets turned on my homeworld. Agreed?
Agreed. We're moving to assist. Where are you going? Get back here. Uh-oh. Keep coughing.
Thanks for the assist. Our engines are damaged, but we'll join as soon as we can.
Car.
About us. The fleet needs your help more than we do.
We've driven off the Mokai, but they left a very disturbing problem in their wake. We're not exactly sure what that rift is, or what it's capable of. I need answers to those questions. Andoria is my home, and I won't let it come to harm on my watch.
We'll get to the bottom of this, Captain.
My readings are showing a distinct biological presence with qualities similar in many ways to that of fungi. Very intriguing. I'm afraid astromycology is not my specialty. I believe we'll need to consult with an expert in the field if we're to solve this riddle quickly.
Experts in experts in astromycology are uncommon.
I realize the scientific aspects of the rift are fascinating, but let's not forget this thing appeared as a result of Ja'ula firing her new weapon. It's not benign. It's meant to do harm. The way I see it, this rift is a ticking time bomb, and we need to shut it down before it explodes. Period.
I agree.
My science team has isolated a series of research files that could help us. They're old. From the mid-23rd century. Interesting. A good number of them are classified by Starfleet Command. At the highest level.
Why would Starfleet classify astromycology research?
That's a damn good question. Not sure I want to know the answer. Look, finding an astromycologist from this century and getting them up to speed on this will take time, and we don't have a lot of that. I propose we create a holographic simulation of the author of these files and put it to work on the problem.
Sounds like a plan, Captain.
Good. Let's meet here on the Hoffman. I'll talk to Starfleet about gaining access to these research notes. See you soon.
What's wrong with my holodeck? Alright, I'm on my way.
Welcome aboard. Hope you're ready to go to work, because we have a lot of work to tackle and very little time to do it in.
Any updates on the rift?
Some. My people believe we're looking at some kind of quantum-level mycelial thread. Basically a giant extra-dimensional fungus. A giant extra-dimensional fungus that somehow serves as a portal into another plane of existence.
So how do we close this portal?
We're working on that with you, the Lucari, and hopefully the hologram we're about to deploy. Let's hope they have the data we need to get the job done.
To the holodeck, then. My away team can meet up when we know what we're doing next.
Okay, let's get started. I'll initiate the basic holomatrix while you upload and integrate the relevant personality and research data.
Understood. So I'm doing that here.
Okay, merging your data with the core holomatrix. Now, computer, initiate program Papa Sierra 1.
Starfleet. I should have known. There's no way in hell I'm letting you weaponize my work. Also, I don't appreciate being kidnapped, drafted, whatever this is.
Damn it. The simulation isn't accessing data from his Starfleet career. Computer, initiate full security override on my authority.
Hello? Is your universal translator working? Anyone? Who's in charge here? You? It's you, isn't it?
That should do it. Computer, reinitialize program.
Well, I am the Admiral.
Please state the nature of the mycelial emergency.
Sorry, I just keep coughing for some reason. Like something in the back of my throat.
You know, I was afraid something like this would happen. I told Strahl that our work could get twisted into some sort of weapon. I never expected the Klingons would be the ones doing the twisting.
There's a transdimensional portal that seems fungal in nature.
Give me a second. Reviewing your current data. Got it. Okay, we need to know more about the probes this time-traveling Klingon fired into the mycelial network. I'll run some simulations, see what I can find out.
What can you tell me, what can you tell us about the mycelial network?
It's a subspace realm that spans the entire multiverse. That's our universe and all other quantum realities all connected to the network. The network contains the roots of a certain type of fungus, and if you know how, you can use the spores of that fungus to access the network. I'm one of the few people to figure out how to do that, by the way. I'm assuming that's why I'm here now.
Among other reasons, yes.
The Discovery was equipped with a spore drive, and with it, we were able to travel immense distances almost instantaneously, thanks to the network. It wasn't always an exact science, though. If you weren't careful, you could wind up in another dimension, or another time.
I see. Glad we're able to call on your expertise.
All right, any more questions, or shall we get back to work?
How dangerous is Jula's weapon?
I need more data on this Klingon superweapon, but if I were to guess, I'd say it's meant to disrupt a localized section of the network. That disruption, in turn, damages the corresponding section in our universe. Problem is, damage in the mycelial network tends to spread and grow in magnitude. Unchecked, this type of attack could spread through the entire network, which would be very bad.
Exactly how bad are we talking about here?
Bad on an apocalyptic scale. Simply put, if she keeps doing this, she could bring an end to all life in all universes.
Understood. I feel the stakes have just been Very well. I feel the stakes have just been raised considerably.
All right, any more questions, or shall we get back to work?
Let's get to work. Computer, configure Mycelium Research Laboratory.
Nice touch. I'd have been fine with a lab from this century, but it's the thought that counts, I suppose. I'm gonna run some calibration tests. I'll need you to handle the radiation and spore saturation levels.
Well, the thing about that is we don't have a lab like this in our century. How will that work?
I'll start the calibration, then the monitors will show you the level of radiation and spore saturation in the chamber. You'll need to adjust it up or down as we go. Don't let it get too high or too low. If the levels go out of bounds, I'll have to reset the simulation. That's annoying, so don't do it.
Got it. Oh god, I forgot about this. What am I doing? Shit. Wait. Oh,
Radiation level's too high. Get it down before it ruins the test. The simulation is picking up speed. Stay sharp. Spore saturation is getting low. Turn it up. The simulation failed. Let's try again when you're ready. Spore saturation is too high. Reduce it before it crashes the simulation.
Okay, so that's that.
Radiation level's too high. Get it down before it ruins the test.
Okay, that's much better. It would help if this thing was glowing as well.
The simulation is picking up speed. Stay sharp. All right, we're good here. Let me take a look at the results. Interesting. First thing, we can use the rift to transport into the mycelial network, which is good because we need to go there to figure out what this Ja'ula is up to.
Come again?
Sorry, got ahead of myself there. I'm detecting radiation coming from the rift of a type unique to 23rd century Klingon tech. It's probably coming from those probes Ja'ula shot into the network. Whatever they're doing in there, it's probably not for the benefit of life, the universe, and everything.
Understood. Next moves?
Sounds like we need to send an away team into this mycelial network to gather more data on the problem and deal with whatever House Mokai is doing there. I'll set up a mobile emitter so Stamets here can go along. I have a feeling we'll need his expertise on the other side of that rift.
Understood. Let's do it. Computer and program.
All right, transporter's ready and standing by to beam you into the mycelial network. I took the liberty of sending your ship the adjustments. Your away team will be ready to join you there. Just say the word when you're ready to go.
We're ready. We'll contact you if anything goes wrong.
Good luck in there. We'll be monitoring from here. Energize.
Feels like I've been transported to Subnautica. It's a good thing I'm not underwater, at least.
Welcome to the mycelial network. All right, we don't have a lot of time. Between her weapon and whatever tech she's put in here, Ja'ula's done a lot of damage. We need to put a stop to it before it gets too far gone. Let's head toward those Klingon energy signatures. Seems like a good place to start.
Something's stinging me. What is that?
That would be the Jasep. They're a sentient, spore-based colony life form. My records indicate they act to decompose any material that's alien to the mycelial network, like you, for example. Adjust your personal shields to this setting. It should protect you from their nibbling. Good. Whatever's happening with that Mokai tech hasn't spread here. Not yet, anyway. Take some samples from healthy spore clusters. We'll need them for comparison studies later.
Actually, when I'm standing right here, it kind of makes me think of God of War Ragnarok.
You really can't appreciate this place until you see it for yourself. This is serious. If the network is damaged beyond repair, it could end all life, everywhere. Hold your fire. I'm pretty sure she comes in peace.
Why make Patel, though?
Outsiders. I am of the Jasep. We are people of this realm. We have met people of your realm before. Many of them have traveled here. Others from your realm have sent things that are hurting us. You must make this stop.
Patel? How's this possible? I saw you die. Twice, sort of.
I created this form to give the Jasep voice, to communicate with you. Based on your memories, Patel is compassionate, idealistic, someone who protects, Someone like the Josep.
I see. We appreciate the gesture.
We waste time. Strange devices have been brought here. They make the fungus sick. They are making the yield tree bloom.
We came to help if we can.
This yield tree she's talking about is bad news. The Josep aren't fond of it, and with good reason. Its bark is toxic to them.
How did this happen, Patel?
There was a tear in the sky, and a device came through it from your realm. It gives off strange light and heat at all times. This is what brings the sickness and the poison. We know it. The device is deeper in the forest. I will take you to it, but you must stop it. You must.
We'll do what we can.
Let's get moving. Looks like this device is deeper in the mycelial forest. Watch for visible signs of fungal corruption and yield tree growth. The more we see, the closer we'll be to the problem.
Understood.
We can use this to move quickly. It will let us travel through the network to another part of the realm.
I see.
Interesting. This might be a tardigrade birthing ground. Try not to scare the little ones, okay? I don't think we'd survive an encounter with an angry adult tardigrade, let alone several.
A few scans won't hurt. We don't know a lot about them.
The liquid sources here may tell us more about them as well. Tardigrades can put themselves into a desiccated state to survive without water, but they still need it to remain active and to grow. Take a sample from the center of the pool. That should provide useful information.
Right, let's scan the little ones and the water source.
Interesting. Even baby tardigrades are extremely tough. The fluid sample shows a high level of nucleotides and proteins. This serves not only as a liquid source for the local flora, but also a nutrient carrier. These proteins include compounds associated with the formation of neurotransmission and memory.
So the fluid is part of a nervous system within the network?
It's possible that the liquid carries information in the form of protein compounds, and that specific fungi may release chemicals into the fluid that allow for widespread communication.
Then the mycelium are roots and vessels, while the waterways are neuron-like.
The tardigrades are of the realm. They live in harmony within the forest.
Hold still, little one. Hold still. I said hold still.
These readings could be very helpful to us here. Understanding this ecosystem may be the key to healing it.
Agreed, but we need to press on.
Look, see that? That's definitely not Klingon tech. It's running clean, too. No radiation or harmful emissions. Whatever it is, it's not part of the problem here. I'd like to take a closer look, if you don't mind.
Not at all. I'd like to know more about it myself.
Curiouser and curiouser. This is Alachi tech. I wonder what they're doing in here. This device appears to collect spores floating in the atmosphere. Based on what we know about Alachi, I think it's collecting food for them.
The Ilachi? Perhaps they have a connection with the network.
Alachi are, like the Josep, part of this realm. They lived here before they went to serve and fight in your realm. Now some of them have returned.
The Alliance will want to know about this.
Maybe. The Alachi don't have a lot of friends in the Alliance. I'd be worried about this information falling into the wrong hands. The last thing this place needs is a bunch of well-armed types stomping around looking for payback from the Alachi.
A valid point.
Incoming!
Something's wrong with the Alachi. They have the sickness.
Down with the sickness. Yes, eat him. Eat up his flesh.
Those Alachi were of the realm, but they were sick. Toxic, like the yield tree. Their devices were corrupt as well. If we cannot cure the Alachi, we must cull them from the realm before the sickness spreads.
Understood. We'll help them if we... We'll help them if... That's another error there. Understood. We'll help them if we can.
Lots of yield
see?
tree growth here.
Look.
That's not
Look.
a good thing. The corruption is getting stronger.
You see? Look. Look here. It is corrupted. The device makes it grow in a strange, toxic way, and it spreads the sickness.
We must be getting closer to the device.
This fungi is being mutated by Hargpeng radiation. Not good.
Did you say Harpeng? Pretty sure it's supposed to be Harpeng. Oh.
Looks like this used to be an Alachi research outpost. They were starting to build defense systems in response to incursions from our space. Bet you can't guess who was responsible for those.
Ja'ula. So the Alachi were trying to deal with the problem as well.
Unfortunately, the radiation from Ja'ula's tech had a negative effect on the Alachi. They began to mutate, and their higher brain function started to deteriorate. Looks like a team decided to head deeper into the network to deal with the problem. There aren't any coherent entries like that.
I'm guessing they failed. Ja'ula's tech is still operational.
We must go deeper into the network, toward the source of the corruption.
Very well, Patel. Let's keep moving.
The device is close, you see? The yield trees, the corruption, they have spread through this area. Find the next node and jump. The source of the sickness must be in the next area.
Something's wrong here. The radiation has mutated the hyphae grouping in this conduit. I can't compute its dynamic output ranges and adjust to compensate for the mutation. Long story short, we're stuck.
Patel, is there something you can do here?
No. The sickness has damaged it too much. I cannot speak to it and make it work. It must be navigated by the stamets. The living stamets.
What could the living stamets do differently than this one?
The living stamets, the one who came here before, was part of the network, connected. He touched it with his mind. The living stamets could feel the flow of the network. That is how he guided his ship home through it.
Feel. You mean intuition? The living Stamets guided discovery with intuition.
Yes, but this Stamets does not think the same way. It thinks like a machine, not like the living.
Could we teach the Stamets to think that way?
The memories and essence of the Stamets from before are within the network. We may be able to bring them forth for you, so you can merge them with this Stamets. What you need is within what grows here, and the fluid that connects and sustains it.
Let's start collecting what we need.
The mycelial forest is a vast network, much like your computers. All you need to do is bring the memories you want to the surface.
How do we do that?
The water connects all the growth. Use it to compel the fronds to blossom and release the memories you seek. Watch carefully. When the fronds bloom, collect the spore memories from them.
Understood. Let's hope this works.
Quickly, go collect the spores before they dissipate.
What happens if I drink this stuff?
Enemy targets on sensor.
You will need to collect more of the fluid. Quickly, go collect the spores before they dissipate. You will need to collect more of the fluid. Quickly, go collect the spores before they dissipate.
Enemy targets on sensor.
You have the spores. Now you must return to the place of memory. Together, we will make them rebuild the memory of what was.
Where am I going? Oh, okay.
Spores. They're the building blocks of energy across the universe. Look how it interacts with the spores. It's as if I don't know where to go.
You only do it for me, I could be your I do love it when you only do things for me. You thread that weaves life through space.
I so hoped you would find your way.
I can't even find my way out. Follow the music, Paul. I'm not going anywhere. Open your eyes.
Hugh? Okay. I know what I need to do here. Hugh. Now I know what it was like for you when you came back. Now it's my turn, except you're not here. None of you are. Burnham, Tilly, Saru, all of you. You're gone. It's just me now. What's left of me, at least.
Honestly, I'm not gonna question how we were able to get this to work, but oh well. Are you alright?
I'm gonna need a moment here, okay? This is a lot to take in.
Of course.
Okay. Everything's all coming together in my head now. I can navigate the network again. I can do this.
Welcome back, Commander.
We are alike now, both created for a purpose, but with the memories of someone else. The memories of a life not entirely our own. But we are alive.
You are. Your lives are your own.
Patel may be a living thing, but what about me? I'm a computer program, a simulation of a life once lived, and yet, I remember being him. I remember the thrill of discovering the mycelial network, the terror of the Klingon War, serving on Discovery, everything I felt when I lost Hugh, and everything I felt when he came back. All of it. Everything.
Well, technically you are alive. Even if you are a hologram. And just ask the Doctor of Voyager. It's all important things, and part of your life now.
We were made, not born. But that alone does not define us. If we have all the memories, all the feelings, we can choose how to live, according to what we know and feel. We are as real as anyone. We are just made of different things.
You're Paul Stamets now, if that is your choice.
You're giving me the chance to do what I want, to be who I want to be. Thank you. I've made my choice. Let's finish this. A lot of people are counting on us, counting on me. I can help, and I will. It's what Hugh would have wanted, and it's what I want.
Very well. Let's get to work, Commander. Hello, Worm.
The sickness. It is strong here. It is dangerous. Already many of the Alachi have become sick and corrupted.
Are we near the source then?
There are 3 devices up ahead. You must disable them.
Let's take a look.
There are the devices, up ahead.
That tardigrade over there doesn't seem bothered.
They are of the realm, but the sickness doesn't affect them. It should. They eat overgrown blooms. They drink the water. Somehow, they remain strong.
Something about them could be a solution to all this.
Right now, the radiation is creating more overgrowth than the tardigrades can eat. If we take out Jaula's device, the corruption will stop, and the growth rate will return to normal. Then the tardigrades will eat the surplus overgrowth, corrupted or not. Given time, they should slowly bring the ecosystem back into balance.
Let's find that device and shut it down. Nice rifle, by the way. Thanks. I also have the, Strange New World Spacer Pistol.
This could be tricky. We can't disable the probes without clearing the corrupted mycelium, and we can't do that without risking detonation. We're gonna need to think outside the box on this one.
Where did I get the rifle? I crafted it. And then upgraded it. I'm listening.
We need to convince a hungry tardigrade to come to the buffet table, so to speak. If we can lure one of them to the probes, it might clear the overgrowth to a point where we can safely disarm them.
Lure a tardigrade. How do you propose we do that?
I'm thinking we use the healthy spore samples we collected earlier. If you're willing to wave a carrot in front of a hungry, practically indestructible 8-legged horse.
It's worth a shot.
The tardigrade's done. Disable that probe. Good work. Now lure the tardigrade to another probe. All right, turn off that probe and we'll move on. Nice. Only one more to go. The tardigrade's done. Disable that probe. This is all starting to come together. Ja'ula's plan, that is. I think I understand what she's trying to do.
All right, what do you have?
Ja'ula and House Mokai learn about classified Starfleet projects in 2256. She raids the Glen and discovers the spore drive, then steals all of the data on it. Unfortunately for her, Strahl corrupted the data before she stole it. So, when she made her spore-based superweapon, she was using bad data.
With tragic results.
She puts her shiny new toy on her flagship and joins the attack on Starbase 1. That didn't work out so well for her, though. Bad data, bad weapon. She pulls the trigger and boom! It blows up in her face and the explosion throws her into this century.
Her and many others.
Ja'ula works out the bugs in her weapon's design. She determines that mutated spores are a critical component, so she sets out to get more of them. That's where the probes come in. She fires them into the network, they beam out Hark-Peng radiation, spores mutate, and Ja'ula gets more ammo for her weapon of mass destruction.
Disturbing, but it makes sense.
Problem is, she didn't think it through. The radiation causes unexpected side effects, as we've seen firsthand. Somehow, I don't think Ja'ula is worried about collateral damage, though.
Agreed.
Knowledge is power. Now that we know what she's up to, we can take steps to put an end to her plan and protect the network from her actions. Hopefully, we'll be able to work with the Josep on this. Who knows, maybe the Alachi will join the fight. The sane Alachi, that is.
We're going to need all the help we can get on this, I think.
No argument there. Wait, did you hear that? Something's coming. Something big.
Now what? That's not my rifle.
I'm gonna say that's not a good sign.
Don't worry, we can take it.
Do not fire. We are allies. Forgive me. It has been so long since I have used my voice.
I'm listening. Who are you?
I was Jarsev, a Romulan once. I am Ilachi now.
Are you reverting back to your original form?
Partially. My mind returns to the time before my change. The weapon is to blame. It corrupts some of us. Drives us mad. Others, like me, become fusions of Ilachi and what we were before. Wait. These weapons, they are not of your creation, are they?
No. The weapons were fired by Ja'ula, a renegade Klingon matriarch.
You must stop her. Close the rifts. Destroy her weapons. If she continues this madness, she will utterly corrupt this realm. If that happens, it will break through into the void space, your realm, and destroy everything.
That's not going to happen, if I have anything to say about it.
You should return to your realm. Ja'ula's attack has angered other Ilachi. They are taking a fleet to destroy anything on the other side of the rift.
Like our ships.
You must leave now. Go to your realm and help your people while you can.
Thank you for your help, Patel.
It is our way. The Josep thank you for removing the sickness. We will work with Tarsev and other Alachi who wish to stand together against Ja'ula. We believe we will meet again, friends. Goodbye.
Until next time, then.
We're receiving your data now. No sign of our House Mokai friends, but something's definitely happening with the rift. Based on what you've found out in the network, we'll be able to close it, but we'll need to get several external readings before we're ready to try.
Work fast, Captain. House Mokai might return, and sooner than we'd think. Or that we'd like, excuse me.
Riskava and Hoffman can head to opposite ends of the rift. From there, we should each be able to get a differential reading. Once we have enough data, you can use a deflector modulation to close the rift.
Let's make it happen. Watch your sensors for Mokai ships.
Those
Those Alachi ships, they're using spore drones. The Alachi drives in Commander. They say.
The Hoffman system is
The Ritzkava is in position. We're ready to close the rift.
Hello there, Sean. Good to have the Enterprise here.
Wow, that actually worked. I can't say I didn't have doubts at first, but whew, well done. Not to rain on the parade here, but Ja'ula's still out there. As long as she has that weapon and the spores it needs to power it, this can happen again.
Well, you can count on the Lucari. We will do what we can to stop her. This isn't just a threat to our universe. There's a brilliant, wondrous realm lying beneath our conception of space. And it's in danger as well. We can't let harm come to it from our side of the cosmos.
We stopped Ja'ula's attack and saved Andoria. I'd call that a good start. That rift, though, that's something you don't see every day, even in Starfleet. And I've seen some strange things in my time. It was good working with you all. I'll make sure Starfleet Command is updated. We'll do everything we can to bring Ja'ula to justice and put a stop to this campaign of hers.
About Ja'ula, she's going to go after any spores she can get her hands on. You're going to want to cut her off, the sooner the better. And I can help with that.
Your expertise would be most helpful, Commander.
Pretty sure you didn't bring me into all this for the charming conversation, though that is a definite bonus. I'll be glad to have something to do. It'll help me adjust to life as a sentient hologram. I've got a lot to process and a lot to catch up on.
A lot has changed since 2257.
That might be the understatement of the 25th century. Short term, I'll start putting together a list of known spore colonies. We need to keep an eye on those. If we're lucky, we'll catch Ja'ula before something like this happens again.
Keep me posted, Commander. This needs to end soon.
What an extraordinary series of events. The mycelial network will be of great interest to the Lucari, I can assure you. Our own astromycologists will want to study it as soon as possible. I do hope the Alliance is able to put a swift end to Ja'ula's campaign. The thought of her using spores as part of a weapon, it's unsettling. If she's able to perfect that technology, no one will be safe from her wrath. Finally, please send my regards to Commander Stamets. It was such a pleasure to work with him, and I do wish him the best as he explores the galaxy in our time.
How's my inventory looking? It's not that bad. And then we have all the patrols. I might end up stopping at the measure of morality and take a break. I'm not entirely sure. Figure it out. We'll figure that out once we get there, I think.
A research team is analyzing spore colonies in the Donatu system. Their facilities are on a small moon there, but it's practically defenseless. Considering recent events, the Alliance wants to change that, and soon. They want us to go to Donatu and deploy defense satellites in orbit around the moon. Hopefully that will discourage anyone looking to harass the researchers or steal the spores. We're in luck. We made it here before Ja'ula. Let's get to work. Starfleet is studying a spore colony on the planetoid ahead. It's a scientific research facility. No weapons, shields only. If Ja'ula or her lackeys come to visit, they'll be sitting ducks. Fortunately, we're here.
Indeed.
We're carrying some defense satellites in the shuttle bay. Deploy them at key defense points, and Ja'ula will be in for a nasty surprise if she decides to raid this spore colony.
Understood. Let's get these satellites in place.
Alachi fleet dropping out of warp. They're arming weapons. Okay, let's have a look. Sensors online, weapons active, shields at full. Good. Defense satellite Alpha is open and ready for business. May it never fire a shot. We've got more work to do here. Let's get the next satellite in place.
Let's get to deployment site Beta.
Heads up! An Alachi fleet just dropped out of warp. Let's get satellite Gamma online while we can. I was afraid of this. More Alachi. One satellite left to deploy. Let's get to work. They're hitting satellite Alpha again.
Again? Well, I guess they still hit it, even though we hadn't deployed it yet. It didn't last for very long.
Another Alachi fleet going after Satellite Delta.
Okay, hang on.
Getting readings from satellite camera. Looks like an Alachi flagship.
Okay.
Getting lots of good data coming in from the satellites. Looks like they're green across the board. Donatu Station sends their regards. There's a few dozen people down there who will sleep a little easier tonight thanks to our efforts.
If the Alachi return, the station will be ready for them.
The Alachi, the Ferengi, the Orions, and hey, let's not forget about Jaula. Anyone tries to make a play for the Spore Colony, they're gonna regret it. But I digress. As much as I'd like to stick around and see what the researchers are up to, there's more work to be done.
Goodbye, loot.
I'm picking up a distress signal from the Kern system. Kumarke's there with the Lucari research group. They were studying spore colonies in that system, but now I'm thinking they're fighting for their lives against House Mokai. We should give the Lucari a hand while we can.
Good to see you, my friend. As you can see, I'm in the middle of a firefight once again. That said, I can't think of anyone I'd rather have at my side during such an ordeal.
I'm glad we got here in time, Captain.
As am I. In spite of our mission being scientific in nature, the rogue Klingons attacked us all the same. I suppose they thought we'd be easy prey. I'm happy to say their logic was tragically flawed.
Indeed.
We can ponder their motivations further once the shooting stops. For now, I believe we should focus our attention on putting a stop to their attack.
Agreed. We're on our way, Captain.
We did it. Sensors are clear, for the moment. I'm afraid I have some bad news, however.
What is it?
2 of our ships were studying the nearby rift into the mycelial network when the Klingons attacked. While I'm still showing them on sensors, they're not responding to our hails. I fear they're in danger.
We'll investigate and render assistance if necessary.
That rift's unstable. We need to hurry, or those ships won't make it.
Klingon vessels are warping into your position.
Thank you for coming to our aid. Some sort of energy surge erupted from the rift and hit us. We lost main power, sensors, everything. If you arrived a few minutes later, it would have been over for all of us. Needless to say, any assistance you can offer us now will be greatly appreciated.
Stand by, Captain. We'll get you out of this.
The blessings of Lucar are upon us this day. Thank you. Our sister ship was hit by the energy surge as well. I will not abandon the Voot or her crew before returning to safety.
What's my account level? Are you talking about for the Endeavors? It's 17. We'll assist the Voot as well, Captain. Let's go.
Our systems are coming back online nicely. My thanks to you and your crew. At the risk of looking impatient, may I suggest we move to safer surroundings? There's no telling when this rift will surge once more, and then all 3 of our ships will be stuck like Gretloons in a snare strip.
We can't have that. Can we?
Under the circumstances, I think it'd be a good idea to use what we've learned so far and close the rift up while we can. The longer it stays open, the more chances we have of pissing off the Alachi, or the Josep, or a roving tardigrade. You see where I'm going with this?
I hear you. Good point.
If you feel that's for the best, so be it. We'll watch your back while you make that happen.
Very good, Captain. Stand by.
That's one less rift to worry about. Let's regroup with Kumarte.
Bad news, I'm afraid. Klingons are approaching our position.
Well, they'll never see me. Oh, crap. Stop it with the virus! Aw, they stole my kill. I'm not gonna let them steal the loot though.
think that was the last of them. It appears Ja'ula and her forces have been stopped once again. Though she is quite determined, they may well return here to pursue their mischief once more.
If they do, we'll be ready for them.
Indeed. In the meantime, we'll remain here to complete our research. Safe travels to you.
Starfleet's been reading a lot of Klingon ships operating near the Briar Patch. Normally, I wouldn't be too concerned, but there's a spore colony in there. If any of those Klingon ships belong to House Mokai, then Ja'ula might have a harvesting operation in there too. Dangerous as it is, I think we need to go see what's going on inside the Briar Patch. I'm picking up signals from automated harvester units. It's Mokai Tech. They're processing spores here. Looks like they've placed the harvesters on several asteroids. We need to shut those down, now.
Agreed.
I'm picking up a lot of Metreon gas pockets out there, too. If we get into a fight, watch your fire around them. One hit can set one of them off, and the resulting explosion could be deadly, even to a starship.
Not my first time here, but understood. We'll be cautious.
I'm betting the Mokai will come after us after we take out their tech. Stay sharp.
I can go full impulse, right? Okay, good.
Scanning in progress.
Shutting that thing down will be easy enough, but I'm concerned about the radiation it's been emitting into the spores. I'd like to neutralize that before taking the harvester tech offline, if you don't mind. Letting it linger could lead to serious side effects within the mycelial network.
Very well. Neutralize the radiation and shut down Ja'ula's tech. Oh, minigame.
Watch it! Mokai attack ships just dropped out of cloak!
Warning. Ship hit.
I told you so, but I did, and here we are. Mokai knows we're here, and it won't be long before we have more of them to deal with. We better get to the next harvester and shut it down fast.
Agreed. Helm? Let's get moving.
That was fast. Predictable, but fast.
Rear shield failing.
Sensors are clear for now. Let's deal with that part. Two down, one to go. Hope we can deal with it before Je'ula sends more of her friends to make sure we don't.
Agreed. Let's move.
Klingons. A lot more Klingons. We're in trouble.
Alliance says we are here to assist you.
Looks like the Alliance are on our side here.
Rear shields failing. 4 shields failing.
Keep it up. It's too costly to withdraw. Just a few ships left. I think we might make it through this.
Target shield has failed. Shields failing. Shield
was something. Still debating whether it was terrifying or gratifying or both.
Why are they blowing everything up?
Something. We'll want to keep an eye on this system until the whole Jagula situation is dealt with. I wouldn't put it past her to send more ships and more harvesters once she thinks the coast is clear.
Oh wow, I already got it to level 5.
There's a Starfleet distress signal coming from the Kinger system. The USS Birmingham was investigating pirate activity in the area while on patrol. There's a large concentration of spore colonies in that system. If pirates are in the spore business now, we have a new problem to deal with. We better see what's going on there. Pirates, it's hairy mud all over again. Looks like there was a fight here recently. I'm not picking up any House Mokai ships on the sensors, though. If they're here, they're under cloak.
We're getting a hail from the Birmingham.
Good to see you. Admiral Cabret, at your service. As you can see, we're dealing with an unexpected breakout of hostilities here.
What happened here, Admiral?
We came here to determine the status of a rather unusual variety of spore. As we were getting our bearings, a Ferengi marauder dropped out of cloak and unleashed hell.
Did I hear it correctly? A Ferengi ship with a cloaking device.
Afraid so. Fortunately, the Carter and Shurgat were able to respond before the Ferengi finished us off. Once they arrived, the Daemon pursued the better part of Valor and went back under cloak. Now that you're here, I believe the Ferengi will cut and run, assuming they're still out there hiding.
The odds aren't in their favor at the moment.
Sorry to interrupt, but I'm reading low-level radiation coming from a nearby asteroid. I think your Ferengi is out there harvesting spores, Admiral.
We need to stop that immediately.
Take the Carter and Shurgat with you. The Ferengi will think twice about attacking a group of ships. And you might be able to put an end to all this without firing a shot.
Agreed. Let's get to it then.
The Carter is ready to assist you.
Lead the way. The Shurgat will follow. Reading a single Ferengi vessel, Marauder class.
I thought I made myself clear to that woolly-faced Starfleet Admiral. This salvage is mine and mine alone. Now run along before I'm forced to damage that pretty ship and take it as a prize. After all, even a damaged ship of that class will fetch a fine pile of latinum.
I think you're overestimating your chances, Modern.
That's what you get for doing your own thinking, friend. Allow me to show you the error of your ways.
Have it your way. Red alert!
Leave enough of their ships for salvage. I'll be under cloak.
And now the Gnostics are here. Didn't you think you might be...
This fight might even be interesting. Seconds, anyway.
Well, there's good news and bad news. Which would you like to hear first?
Let's hear the bad news.
Bad news, the Ferengi managed to harvest a spore colony from the asteroid before we arrived. He's got more than enough to make our lives difficult if he sells to Ja'ula.
And the good news?
The Ferengi ship just dropped out of Cloak, and by the look of things, they're suffering a full propulsion system breakdown. No impulse, no warp, thrusters only. So, how do you feel about taking those spores off their hands?
Sounds like a great idea. Let's make it happen. Hadron's Majesty.
Before you start, let me remind you that I have what you want, and it's one button press away from disintegration. My ship might be a mess, but my personal phaser works just fine.
Right. Energize.
You beamed out my spores! Not one, not some, but all my spores! I'm ruined! Oh, I don't suppose you're interested in a very promising business opportunity on Risa? Beachfront property?
Hard pass. You're under arrest, Matron.
We've got company, angry company. They're targeting us and the Ferengi.
Red alert. All hands, battle stations.
You treacherous! It gets worse by the minute.
Captain sounded cheerful there. I heard some cheer.
People, do they not know the 16th rule of acquisition? A deal is a deal! Ah, but you're not a barbarian like those... Never mind. You've got class, I can tell.
Thank you. But you're still under arrest.
Now, don't be so hasty, my classy, well-armed friend. Before you haul me off, let me tempt you with a one-of-a-kind offer. That Rysian timeshare I mentioned earlier, plus a full barrel of Tranya. 2386 vintage. That's easily worth my weight in latinum.
Ops, prepare the tractor beam. Let's get Modron where he belongs.
I'll tell you where the Delkin crown jewels are hidden.
The Birmingham is ready for action, and not a moment too soon. It looks like Modron's treacherous friends are coming back for a rematch.
We're seeing them too, Admiral.
I can honestly say I had nothing to do with these ships coming to kill us. They're doing it all on their own. You aren't going to let them kill me, are you? I'm helpless. You have to protect me.
We'll do what we can. You're still under arrest after all.
Well fought indeed. They'll think twice about coming after us again. I'll let Alliance Command know what happened here today. If Jeula or any of Modron's friends try to harvest the spores in this system, we'll make sure they have a nice welcoming party waiting for them.
And Madron?
Modron's on his way to a Federation holding facility. We will make sure he faces justice for what he's done here today. Rest assured. Your work is done here. We'll take care of the wrap-up. Cabret, out.
Alright, just one more patrol, and then I'm going to be taking a break.
The Klingons think House Mokai forces are up to something in the Imaga system. I understand there was a problem with a planet killer in that system a while back. Interesting. Oh, where was I? Right, Imaga. In addition to a lot of debris and the ruins of this planet killer, there are spore colonies there. And House Mokai is probably harvesting them, so we should put a stop to that real soon.
Been a while since I've been here. Oh, there's people here. The Vigilant.
Let's deal with the next spore colony before the Mokai send reinforcements.
I didn't really want to end up with somebody. As cool as that is, I would like to be doing it on my own. Do I need to drop the mission and retake it again? Yeah, probably.
The Klingons think House Mokai...
That's the reason why you won't activate. Hang on. Okay, that's a bit infuriating. Is this like a punishment for leaving or something? It is. Okay, it resets in half an hour. God damn it. Well, I think I'm gonna stop there then. I'm not really gonna sit around doing nothing for about a half an hour. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Please like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And hopefully I'll see you guys again at some point. Laters.